I got to be able to focus in on the store. I got to merchandise the store better. It allowed me to focus on my reporting on each brand a little bit easier than rather reporting on 28 brands. I'm reporting on 5, so you can actually dissect your brands a lot better and you can be more proactive with each brand and working out what's not working within that brand. The selection process came down to 3 really key instant points. One was wholesalers are becoming retailers now, and I wanted to align myself with a non-competitor. Secondly, longevity of a brand and the future of what that brand can bring to the industry and what can bring to your store. And then thirdly for us was the technical side of it, what brands are moving forward. First up, you've got to work out what Hurley really is. And for me, Hurley was a brand that was coming at us that was new, it was fresh. Our industry was in a position where I think there's a changing of the guard, and I think there's a new school coming through. And it wasn't just about image, it wasn't just about team riders. I think our industry's changed now. People are looking for technical products. What Hurley do really well is they narrow and refine, I think is probably the perfect way of describing it. They will get a product and they won't offer you 12 SKUs in it that you can't afford. You can't afford to buy all of it and make it so shallow. You want to carry all of it, but it's so wide that it's just so thin. They actually come out with a product and they use the one product, they go narrower and deeper and they refine it and they allow you to retail it. And I think that is a real key feature in what they do. And I think at the moment there's only one supplier out there that's allowing this. We have a brand that has probably the most technically advanced, and I think in sporting, and God, I don't even know how to explain the word of what Nike really is, but we're seeing it through in Hurley's products with Dry Fit, Phantom Sandals, which is the Nike Free Sole, the wetsuit side of things. There's Thermo Fleece that's coming through in the range. There's key selling points that allow me to actually sell that product at a premium price. Also, I think a really smart thing that Hurley's done, what they've brought in, is they've raised the price of products. And that's when a good retailer flourishes, you know. Bad retailers are the ones that are racing to the bottom, quite happy selling $49.95 shorts. I'm not. When it walks out the door, the product's still selling itself, and I think that's a key. It's funny, you can walk out the shop with any other t-shirt and no one's going to brag about a Dyna Suede board short or a standard t-shirt, but you walk out with a $120 stretch board short that has waterproof wovency, no seams, fits amazing. That short's is probably my best ally on the beach because he's telling his mates. So as a retailer, it's selling itself as well. So it's bringing a return customer all the time. I truly believe at the moment that retail is not the problem. I believe that retailers are the problem. I believe in trimming what's not working and growing what is working. Because don't forget, if you've got $350,000 and you're doing that turnover and you still want us to keep it $1 million, and you trim that down to 200,000, you only can now do 800,000. So your business has gone backwards. You still want to keep, you're still 350,000, but you want that 350,000 to be working fitter and better. And the only way of doing that is getting rid of the bottom 30 that doesn't work and injecting that back into the top part that is working. That's the success of a smart businessman. Too many retailers are emotionally attached to their stock. That as soon as you can step back and actually look at it as a business model, not as a personal relationship, I think your business will definitely increase by 20%. When you have a concept area, it will always look a lot better than what you can make it look. If I carried 28 men's brands trying to work out what works in dollars per square inch, you'd have to be a mathematical genius to work that out. Where I carry 5 men's brands, I'm up 30% on my GP and turnover. I've cut back from 28 to 5, increased my turnover up 30%. I also took away my loyalty card of 10% off because I wasn't making enough on GP. And I threw every red flag that should cause a business to fold. It has actually flourished. Another beautiful thing that they do so well is if they do find a product, and this is, I think, one of the things that a lot of our industry had forgotten doing, is they'll find a product, for example, the Block Party board short, and they just won't move on from it next year. They refine it, make it better. Another good thing about your retail spaces is you have an allocated, measured area where you can actually get a direct return of investment for dollars per square inch on your wall or each of your competitors, or however you want to say it. For us, it's been awesome because what we've been able to do is now look straight at our walls and say, you know, X, Y, and Z are returning this much on investment, and it allows you to control your buying better. It allows you to then say, well, that brand's not performing, I can now grow the brand that is working. So if one of the brands is doing a lot better than the other, well, then he can absorb part of that wall. And it's an easier way of controlling your business of what is selling and what is not selling. Visually, I think the consumer can walk in, see exactly what he wants to see. So what you've got to understand, what Hurley does, they raise the bar, but the beautiful thing about it is they're raising everyone with them. And I think that's a really important part of all our business. They're setting standards, and I know Hurley, I know the guys from Hurley, and they want the bar set, they want everyone to follow. And it makes a healthier business.